Hey there, thanks for swinging in for a little THG. Those of you that have watched my videos for a while or know me at all know that wild daisies are my absolute favorite flower. In the daisy group, there are several different kinds of flowers. Adding to my very favorite group is echinacea, also known as a coneflower. It's great at herbal remedies in many ways, internally and externally. Next comes the black-eyed Susan. These are absolutely darling little flowers, and I love them so much, and they add so much spice to my yard. Also, here is a chocolate sunflower, red sunflower, black sunflower, orange sunflower. I've discovered them all this year. I didn't know these existed, but now that I do, I'm absolutely hooked. Of course, they would have to belong to my little wild daisy family. I love their vibrant colors and their rich, delicious looking yellows and their vibrant, fiery perimeters. The petals on these richly colored sunflowers are absolutely gorgeous. And their petals are velvety soft. They're popping up all over my yard in areas I didn't think I had even planted in. Sunflowers originated over 1,000 years ago in what is now considered Arizona and New Mexico. When sunflowers are very young, right before they bloom, they begin to follow the sun. They're a very spiritual flower, and they seek for the light every day. But once they bloom, they are no longer able to follow the sun where it moves. So whatever position they're in when they bloom, that's where they'll stay. Here's the color of one of my black ones right before it blooms. And here it is a day later. You can see it's beginning to open up, and there's some yellow on those tips. Here's some of the traditional yellow sunflowers that I absolutely love them. That soft, scrumptious yellow that borders those beautiful, beautiful centers. Like I had said a moment ago, the sunflower has always symbolized a very spiritual flower because it is seeking the light, always. Sunflower seeds are packed full of all sorts of vitamins that are good for people and for animals. But they also have a lot of calcium in them, which I did not know. And believe it or not, their stalks become so big that they were once used for building materials. Having beautiful sunflowers and daisies blooming everywhere in your yard, it helps reduce stress and anxiety and depression. This is why the sunflower is such a popular and sought-after item throughout the world, like internationally. It's an amazing flower that brings light, happiness, and health into our lives, internally and externally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. The ultra-vibrant orange and red sunflowers that you see are thought to bring very good energies, happiness, and good fortune to those that plant them in their yards. Black sunflowers hold the most oil. These flowers also help purify the soil and bring the nutrients that are buried deep beneath the surface up closer to the plants all around that need it. I think I mentioned a few minutes ago that once a sunflower bud blooms, its life cycle is approximately 10 days to 2 weeks. Once all your sunflowers have completed their life cycles and they have dried up on their stalks, if you find that the birds are getting too close and taking away your next year's seeds, you can put paper bags over them if you need to wait until they dry out, or you can cut them a little bit earlier and then just hang them upside down in your house somewhere until they completely dry out. As I've been looking throughout my yard at where all these sunflowers and daisies are growing the best, I have so many plans for next spring. It's so hard to know that I have a whole winter to go before I get there. But once again, this is what we're looking for damage-wise. I think this was wasps or bees that ate these petals. But if you are noticing that the petals of your sunflowers are falling off, go ahead and pump up your water a bit, and that may very well be the issue. Like I said earlier, I didn't really notice a lot of holes in the leaves, so I don't think it was bugs. I think it was more due to birds and wasps and perhaps not enough water. And I have noticed an improvement in the blooms that are here since I've been watering more. Here's a head that I'm going to put inside of my mesh covering, my herb dryer. And I'll let it dry for several more days before I take the seeds out. Once the seeds have been removed, once the seeds have been removed, I will then dry out the seeds again for a few more days before I put them in an airtight container and save them for next spring. I will also be sending some seeds out to some of my viewers and people that have followed me that have requested some. So if you're interested, let me know. As you can see, they can get quite tall, so make sure to tie them up if they need support. So here you can see I am showing you how I am just taking the dried sunflower heads and holding them over a bowl, and I'm rubbing them vigorously to get the little black seeds to come out. And there will be other sunflower stuff in the bottom of your bowl when you're done, but that's not a problem. And then what I will do, because I want to save most of these seeds for planting next spring, I will place these seeds inside of my mesh herb dryer and let them dry for another week. And then I will put them in an airtight container and keep them safe until next spring. So some of you have requested some seeds. So if you want to, you can send a self-addressed envelope to P.O. Box 46, Clarkston, Utah, 84305, and I will send you some seeds from my sunflowers. As I mentioned earlier, these seeds make great treats for your ducks and your chickens and even your sheep. I'm sure goats would love them. So I know that our ducks love them. So there you have it, some of my tips and tricks and my little bit of knowledge that I've gained as I've grown all of these beautiful sunflowers and daisies this year. Once again, I find out it is the little things in life that really pump us up and make us so excited to wake up the next day. Next year, I can't wait to have my whole pasture and fields and yard filled with sunflowers and daisies everywhere. I'm so excited. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great day.